I legitimately want to know why no one uses Middle Tree Sunbreaker. Why does no one use this class? It's kind of nutty. It's really, really good. It's very easy to use. Look at the curve on this. It's a damn heat seeker. You slam it on the ground, you get a kill. Pretty much any time someone is in the near vicinity, all you have to do is press R2 and you get a kill. Honestly, I understand that Striker Titan might be better. You might get more kills on average, but the ease of use of this thing is insane. And no one uses it. I will see 1 or 2 of these in an entire day of playing. 8, 9 hours of playing. I decided, why doesn't anyone use this? I jumped on with it, and I was murdering. This subclass is nuts. The neutral game with the throwing hammer is pretty good, but overall, this super is one of the most satisfying things. You just slam down, you get all these kills. I love it. I love it. I'm gonna be using this for a while, even if it's not the best, just because it's fun to play. Like, these guys are trying to shoot me and they got no damn chance. I got a big giant hammer and I'm coming for their butts. So I'm going to show you a full gameplay. I'm going to show you how effective this can be, how consistent this can be. Let's jump in to the content. Now, one thing I want to mention is a lot of the gameplay is neutral gameplay without super, because, I mean, that's the majority of the game, or at least we'd like to think that. And so there is going to be a lot of me just hand canning and shotgunning around, and you're not really going to see the impact of this subclass. But I want you to see when I do get the super how brain dead easy it is to get multi-kills with it, how effectively I can push in, and all of that jazz. Now, most of this is just me showing off because these were some badass games that I really wanted to show off, okay? Yeah, the subclass is great, but maybe I just wanted to brag a little. Also, if you want to get cracked out of your mind and hit all the shots like KJ Hovey on aimbot fuel, well, then advanced.gg. Click the link in the description, use the code MTASHT for 10% off focus. It's delicious, it's better than G Fuel. Get in here, okay? Now let's get into the content. Let's get into the content version 2. This game, I was on fire. Like, I was literally tagging everyone, I was murdering everyone. And, the subclass, I could have been playing on a rusty potato and done this because it was mostly hand cannons. But when I get my super, I want you to see how dumb it is. You literally don't have to aim at people. You don't have to aim at anyone. You just press R2 and you get free kills. This is actually one of the first times that I used the subclass. So, I didn't really know what I was doing, and I just kind of started slamming. And this was the game that I realized, oh my god, this is dirty. Now, I don't know if it'll be meta. If you look at the Sentinel Titan, if you look at the average kills per super, it probably wins. Because you can do the up close and personal bashes, you can throw your shield and really hit those mobile targets. It's gross. We all know, Bottom Tree Striker is nuts. But look at this. This thing is sick. You're tanky as hell, you can move around, you can use that for mobility. People are jumping in the air, still getting murdered. Watch this tracking shot. Yeet! Double down. I don't know, guys. This is strong. This is really strong. And if they nerf Bottom Tree Striker, if there's some changes to any of the other subclasses, this is going to be a top tier perk. It might already be a top tier perk, and everyone's sleeping on it. Everyone's sleeping on it because they press R1 and they do that little merry-go-round piece of shit and it doesn't do anything. And then they're like, oh no, this super sucks. Just smash R2. And if an exotic comes out that buffs this Middle Tree Sunbreaker in any way, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be filthy. It already is. It already is filthy. And I know, a lot of this gameplay is just me slaying, it's just me fighting with my guns, with my shotguns. There's no major neutral game improvements. I mean, that is okay. I tagged this guy for a bunch of damage. The hammer is fine, but it's not this god tier thing that you gotta freak out about. Where I'm seeing the power is ease of use in that super more than anything. It's just so powerful. It's nuts. I can't get over it. I've used this a few times, and like I've gotten some kills with it, but I didn't know how much it tracked. Someone could be around a wall, and I'm gonna show you one of those later, and you press R2 and it'll heat sink. It's like the truth on steroids, my dudes. I'm telling you, It's filth. Anyways, let's watch the gameplay. Let's talk about a couple key things as you see it. This is the part where I just get murdered by someone hand-canning me with Ace of Spades. Let's move on to the next piece of content. So I'm about to get my super, and, you know, sometimes they're not incredible. They're not like this mind-blowing thing, but more often than not, you're getting 3 or 4 kills with this thing. I wasn't even near that guy, and I got a kill. Right here, these guys are jumping, and this is when you see some weakness. And I wanted to show this one off because it's not amazing. But I still get this guy. I still get the kill. It works out. But if there are ledges, if it is a vertical map, you can run into some issues. So be careful with that. It's not an absolute easy win button. But if there are people on flat surfaces, they're dead. And they can't escape it. They can't outrun it. It moves faster than any movement ability in the game. And so if they try to outrun it straight line, they're done. And if they try to strafe it, they're done. And if they try to jump it, they're actually done. They need walls in between them, ledges in between them, massive distance in between them, or else they're dead. And that's actually one of the strong points even compared to Striker Titan. Right? Because Striker Titan, you do have to close the gap, and you do have an AoE, but with the Striker Titan, you gotta get close to him. And with this one, you have pretty much across the room range in a lot of cases, depending on the room you're in. But if that guy was by the pillar, you could hit him around the pillar. Even around that rock behind those guys, you could probably hit them. From this room, I could easily hit down through that doorway. And one of the reasons I like it is I feel like it's easier to hit those shots because they have as much tracking as Dawnblade, but I find Dawnblade in close quarter situations inside, sometimes I run into shit. With the Sunbreaker, typically, as long as I aim it somewhat good, it finds that target, I get the kill. I honestly love using it indoors because there's not enough room for people to get the hell away from this heat-seeking truth missile of fire. And, yeah, overall, in love with it. And I'm about to have it again so you guys can see the power. I'm gonna skip ahead to when I actually pop that super, but first let's watch this guy jump through a grenade and die. Great play. Okay, now I said it's a heat seeker and you can see that it does curve like crazy at times, but you still have to aim. And I want to show this one off because I am really sloppy with my aim on some of these, and while yes it will track you, if you're not aimed at the target, it's not gonna like completely do an L and find them. You have to somewhat aim towards them, start it tracking, get it on target, and then it's going to be filthy. But if you're just slamming like an idiot, it's not going to be good. And so I wanted to show that one as well, because I think it's important to show that no, it's not a free win button, but it is a very easy to use button when used properly. Now let me skip ahead to some more murder. I want to go back to one of the first clips in the video, and I want to show you this super, because I am aiming at the people, approximately, but I essentially am just slamming R2 and it is picking up on the target. So as long as you're somewhat facing them, it will kill them. And I want you to look at the curve of this. It's going around the corner. It's almost locking onto people as I'm pressing the button. But look at the curve of that thing. Look at the curve of that thing. It is sick. This one's even dirtier. This one like rides up the wall and curves back at someone. Look at this one. I'm gonna slam this. Look at this curve. Oh my god. And another one around the wall. Dudes, that guy was so far around the wall, it's not even funny. Now, one final thing I want to discuss with this is we know that supers are getting some nerfs to their armor values. And with those changes, it might drastically alter how strong some supers are. If you look at the Striker Titan, and you do need to shoulder charge them, regardless of you getting heals, maybe people are going to put them down much faster. Maybe Striker Titan is going to be a very risky class to play. I don't know. We don't know. We need to see how the damage values are. But if you can slam down at a distance, and if you can curve shit around walls, you can make plays without taking damage. And if you can do that, then this might be one of the new top tier, safest supers in the game. Maybe not. We'll need to test. But with some of the absolutely uncontested kills that I was getting, I have reason to believe this is going to be pretty top tier. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to check out advanced.gg. Links in the description. Code MTASH for 10% off. That's it. I'm done. See you guys later.